The heat, the C, the fire, the vibe, the bomb, the songs, the ohms. For God, this a generation. For God, we are a generation. For God, you can see it in my eyes.
Alright, y'all, welcome back to HFOG TV Music Monday. We were going over Reason and how to create a basic beat on Reason. You know, the basics of Reason. We'll go into more details later in later episodes about different cool stuff that you can do. But that's how. But right now we're just working on creating a basic beat. Again, my name is Juke from JUKWorld.com, as well as the creator of the Hip Hop Gospels at hiphopholybible.com. That's the Gospels wrapped. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John wrapped at hiphopholybible.com, and then holyfireofgod.com, HFOG TV. So let's get going again. Alright, now let's bring in some music, some other music here. We have our organ. We're going to change that to a piano. So what did I do? I clicked on this folder. It's on organ right now. Well, how comes nothing's playing? I'm hitting the key. Well, it's because I'm on drums still. So I click on here, organ. Okay, so we're going to change that to maybe a piano. So let's stop this for a sec. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change this to a piano. We click on the folder right there. We go to piano. Grand piano right there. And we'll just do... One of the disadvantages with having a keyboard that's only a 25 key is it doesn't have the bass all the time. So for instance, if I do a C chord and then I want to drop down to an A minor, it only has the upper end of it. I don't get the bass part. So, but that's not a big deal. You can always layer them on top of one another. So let's do that. So right now, let's see, what can we start with? Let me play this track. Yeah, Alright, so we're playing a G minor. Into E flat, up to an F. Kind of a gloomy sound. Anytime you're playing minor keys, you're gonna have that gloomy sound. Alright, so let's record that though. So we're on grand piano. We'll attach our window here. We'll go to stop right here. That brings it to the front. Stop. Now we'll press record. And here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, all we have to do is just do it once. Now, how do we loop that over and over again? Well, first of all, what we want to do, so let's double click on it. If you don't want to double click on it, you can go to edit mode, same thing. And what I want to do is I want to highlight it all. So I'm just clicking and dragging, and I'm going to press, you're going to press Command K. And that is going to line everything up. So for instance, it was a little bit off maybe when I was recording with the beat. So that'll line everything up. Now what you'll do is, this is how you can zoom in, zoom out. right there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move it to the front of that first note with those arrows right here, and then we'll just drag it all the way over, and we'll bring this arrow back to the 5th note so that it repeats. Now let's hear that. Stop. Okay, now we're going to loop it. We're going to click on it, Control C, we're going to hit Command C or Apple C. It'll move right to the back of it, and then you'll press Command V or Apple V. Now if you want to, now you'll hold Shift down, highlight both of them, Apple C, Apple V, and you can just kind of paste that all the way down. Now we're actually going to add something to it, so I'm going to take that back. So I'm going to go Apple Z. Anytime you want to take something back, go Apple Z. It'll bring it back to those two. And what I want to do now is I want to add that a bass line on there as far as just the bass of the piano. Okay, so we'll say stop, and we'll record over it. Now you just record, it's going to keep everything the same as it was before, but it's also just going to add to it. So here we go, I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to go. Alright, so now we have those recorded together. We have the first one just by itself. That's the piano by itself. And now the bass will come in on the piano as well to make it fuller. Okay. So now we're going to loop that. How do we loop that? Remember, we either double click on it or we go to edit mode. So we'll bring this back over to 9. And we'll say Apple C, Apple V, hold Shift, Apple C, Apple V, and we can just go ahead and Apple V, Apple V, Apple V, Apple V. On a PC, it's Control C and Control V. Okay, so here we go. So that's a basis of starting. Now I'm just going to do a couple more things. Okay, so this is just the intro again. So you can add as many instruments as you want to add. If you want to add a bass, you come over here, create, again, go NN19 digital sampler, and go to your folder up here and hit a bass right here, bass. And we'll go to, I actually like the bass that I have here under my synth. Synth and keyboard, lead synth right here. It's a nice sound. We'll stay down. So let's play that. Alright, so let's record that. So we'll stop. Again, this is our piano, so you can click on it right there. Double click and piano. And you'll go over here, we'll put double click, we'll put bass. Alright. Alright, so this one we're going to record the bass. And then we're going to drop it down and record the bass again. Here we go, right now. Drop it down. That's it. We recorded it. Now we'll double click on it. Move this over. We'll highlight it all. We'll press Apple K. That'll line it up. Sometimes you don't want it to be lined up. Sometimes you want it a little bit off. That's fine too, but you want to get the basics of lining things up, and then you can start to play with your own taste and see what you like best. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back to edit mode. Now let's press stop and spacebar. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so now we have this basic beat here. Now if we want to play with it, now first of all, if you want to go to the back, these are all supposed to be like machines. Like these are all actual you know, digital samplers. They're just computerized versions of them. So if you want to go to the back of the sampler, you press tab. That'll show you what's actually happening. You see it shows that the bass is going out. It's audio output. It's going out, and if you follow it up, follow it up, keep moving up, keep moving up, keep moving up, follow, you'll see it goes into this input 3. So all of your samplers are going into the mixer, okay? And the mixer is outputting the sound. If we press tab, we see that this mixer has everything coming into it, okay? So press tab again. So we have on 3, we have our bass. On 2, what do we got on 2? 2, hold on, 2 might be the bass. Oh, no. Okay, so 2 is the drum. So this redrum, this drum machine that we made here, is going out, stereo out, and it's going in to the mixer on the 2nd channel, and then the piano is going to it on the 1st channel. If you want to change them, you can actually click here and you can go to the 4th channel, and it'll change it up for you automatically. We're going to keep it the way it was on the 1st. Press tab again, and so now what you have is you basically have, you know, a bass guitar, a drum, and a piano. Now this beat is nowhere near done, but if you were like, you know what, if you're just starting out and you're like, hey, I like that beat, I want to rap on it, you can actually bounce it over to your desktop, and you know, go from there, keep it moving. So let's see here, let me just expand this window. Alright, so if you wanted to add your drum in there, what you're gonna do is you'll go here to your drum. Now you want to enable pattern selection section, you want to shut that off. You only keep it on when you're making the beat, but when you're about to put it over to the window, you want to shut it off, and you'll press Control and click, and then you'll go copy pattern to track. So now it copies that pattern onto this track. See, if we go start at the beginning, we got a track. If you wanted to mute the bass, if you want to mute, hit the M. If you want to solo the bass, hit the S. If you want to mute the drums, hit the M. Solo the drums, hit the S. Now if we wanted to go ahead and bounce this the way that it is over to our desktop to send to somebody, we would go File, Export Song as Audio File, and we could call it whatever we want. We press Save onto our desktop, and that would actually save this beat onto our desktop, so that, you know, you could get it over to somebody, they could check it out and go from there. So that's the end of you know, basics of Reason. This is how you can hopefully you understand now how you can, you know, at least make a beat in Reason. And from there, it's just a matter of your creative taste. This has been Juke from JUKWorld.com, as well as creator of the Hip Hop Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John Rapped, at hiphopholybible.com, and holyfireofgod.com, HFOG TV. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Music Monday, and we'll see you next week. God bless.
Yeah, the heat, the sea, the fire, the vibe, the bomb, the songs, the arms, for God, this a generation, for God. We are a generation, for God. You can see it in my eyes, the trials, the passion is real. When I'm fasting, I'm smashing you cats with the seal. This a generation, for God. We are a generation.
Check, yo, I rap acid, spoon feed your raps that are classics. Crash.